Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. It's your boy, Drop Gems. We're gonna drop another gem today, and it is Aliens. Now, drop another gem, yes, but we're gonna do a massive rant as well on this movie, Aliens. Everyone knows Aliens, don't you? James Cameron. James Cameron directed. Yes, anyone? So James Cameron directed, 1986. So 1986, Aliens comes out. People are probably more than likely in 86 blown away for the time of the cool guns, the pulse rifles, the sounds, the look at that cool plastic shitty rifle. Ripley's back after Alien, the successful Alien, Ridley Scott, one of the master directors out there. Alien, man, and it comes out to follow up Alien. How do you do that? How do you do that? Well, you get James Cameron and you come in with Aliens in 1986. And man, you know, I hate this movie, okay? I hate this fucking movie. And I hate this movie when it comes on TV. I hate this movie when it comes on anything. I hate this fucking movie. Watching this movie. I don't like watching this movie. I don't like taking time to sit down and watch this movie. How long is this shit? Let's check it out. How long is this here? So Aliens is 2 hours and 17 minutes. Wow. So 2 hours and 17 minutes of this shit. Fake ass space shit back in 1986. They try to do futuristic. It's not futuristic. Look, he's got a helmet like it's regular fucking Vietnam War shit. And basically she's dressed like it's Vietnam War. It's shit to me. The combat shit to me. The action scenes are garbage, crap, bullshit, fuck nut, cheap as fuck. How much does this movie take to make? This movie took 18 million, and it shows that it's only 18 million dollars, and it made a lot more. So it did make a lot of money just off the name of Alien from Ridley Scott, and the director of Terminator, James Cameron. So holy shit. This movie is a big debacle. It's a big fucking mess. It's a mess. The movie's a mess. Alright? The movie's a mess. Straight up. It's just, I can't follow it. I can't understand this fucking movie, or what they're trying to say, or what they're trying to do, and where they're trying to go, and what their mission is, and what's happening. I can't even tell what the fuck's happening. Right in the beginning, you can't tell what's happening. It's so fucking just confusing, and there's no direction. So James Cameron, to me, he's been known for that a little bit, to just go off the rails, very eccentric sometimes with his scenes. I'm not saying he's that kind of director. What I'm saying is what his scenes is just off the fucking wall all of a sudden, and it just goes nowhere. It's just a bunch of crap, and it's meant to advance the plot or meant to do something, but it doesn't do anything because it's just shit. So let's stay on Aliens. And the movie, I want to say, has cool points, or it's just not cool. Like I saw this movie, of course, not in 1986, but way after that, and it just didn't impress me either. Even if I was in 86, man, like, Alien is such, and I'm gonna compare this fucking movie to Alien. I just have the feeling to do that, and I never want to do that. I say in my videos to movies, but sometimes I do, but alright, I'll try not to. You're right, it's not fair, alright? So let me just not try to. So Aliens, James Cameron comes in, takes over the reins from Ridley Scott, and he produces and gives us this pile of shit, and this malarkey. This, you have an awesome fucking predator, not predator, but yeah, predator creature, as in, they want to mix him with the predator. Obviously, I know what it is, xenomorph, and you have this awesome alien xenomorph creatures and the face huggers to go off of, and you wanna really put your money where your mouth is when it comes to these aliens. That's where you want to put the money. The creatures, the effects, and yeah, the actors for sure. You already got Ripley back for the $1 million or whatever she wanted, or whatever the fuck the money was. She came back. You have your star. So there's no problem there. And you got a couple of good names too. James Cameron, he brings in Michael Biehn, Michael Biehn or whatever, he from Terminator. He brings in his friends. He brings in Bill Paxton, so he brings some good names, some good up and comers. He does that. He knows how to cast a movie, whatever. Fuck it, So he's bringing the heat. And okay, so like I said, so aliens, they have that aliens, and they have the aliens to work with the xenomorph, and you know how badass that shit is, and they don't really use that too much. See, that's the thing with this movie. They don't focus on the horror of the alien and the acid blood, the fangs, the dripping wet. They just throw a shitload of aliens at them, and they're seen from far away. They're shot from far away. They're not visible close up with a lot of detail, a lot of fear, and you're just not scared, because they're throwing like 20, like 50 or 100 of these fucking things at them, and it just, you're just not scared like you were in the first movie. The first movie that you didn't know how many there was, and there might have been more, but there was one or something like that. Even if there was one, it's more scary than having 100 come at you. So they just fucked up the alien fear. They fucked up the mystique of the xenomorph, and that's what made this movie not scary. That's what made this movie, yeah, a sci-fi action. Okay, it's not a thriller. There's no drama. Now, if any motherfucker sits here and watches this movie Aliens and tells me that they are scared or they are on their edge of their seat or they are adrenaline ridden, they are lying. And they're straight lying because they're, like I said, people, they're jumping on the motherfucking bandwagon. And I will always say this to the day that I'm put out of this life, that they will always jump on the bandwagon because it's the easy thing to do. And that's fine. I don't want to go against it myself because Aliens is a respected and loved movie. And I know that. And I respect what they're trying to do here, but I don't love the movie. I just can't stand this fucking movie, and I never could stand it when it came on TV. I skip right past this shit. So, because Aliens is just relying on futuristic bullshit like James Cameron always does. James Cameron says, I'm brilliant. I am fucking brilliant. He's saying that. Like, he reminds me of the Steve Jobs of films, of directing, For some reason, he's just like, I am brilliant, and this shit is cool, and you will fucking see my vision, and if you don't, then fuck you. I will go to another studio that will do it. So, James Cameron, props to you for never taking no for an answer, no doubt about it, but this movie is a no for me. It's just, it takes away the mystique and the fear, and it doesn't use the xenomorph, the aliens, to any of its potential, the highest potential. A lot of these alien movies use that fatal mistake. They do that fatal mistake with these xenomorphs, with the aliens. They don't focus enough on them. They don't use them the right way either. So, anyways, they blow the shit out of all these fucking aliens like it's nothing, like it's Sunday breakfast. They just mop the floor with them, and you just don't fear them anymore. If coming from Alien, where you're fucking in fear of these damn things, and you're sitting down in the theater for Aliens a couple years later or whatever it is, and you're like, man, this is gonna be some scary ass shit. You're in for a ride. You're not in for a ride. Or a horror. For shit, to shit your pants. You're in to just have your mouth open and not amazement at what you're seeing, but at shock at what you're seeing, disbelief, because you're like, you can't believe you're gutted. You're gutted in 86. You're gutted by aliens. If you're not gutted by this fucking movie, then whatever, man. You're full of shit. And I know you are. And anyone that reviews this movie and tells me that it's good and it's a 10-star movie and it's one of the best of Cameron's and all that shit. Maybe it's one of the best of Cameron's, but it's not the best alien movie at all. And it's nowhere near that. It's nowhere near that shit. And maybe in the future, if I'm able to do more reviews on this fucking series, this franchise, I will tell you which ones are better. But this one right here, you would not watch this one if it came on TV compared to other ones that were playing at the same time. So don't fuck with me. This Aliens is shit, and anyone that says they like it, I would love to put them to the test and say, okay, if you like it so much, name me one scene from this fucking movie that was really cool. Because every scene in this movie is forgettable. Every scene in this movie is the same. That's the thing about this movie. It goes nowhere. They're on a treadmill, so I don't even know what they were trying to do. And the movie has a lot of problems, man, and a lot of holes in it. And it's just shit. They just rely on, futuristic guns and Sigourney Weaver to get you through the day. But Fuck this movie. I'm ranting on this shit long enough. I love it. I love it. I always wanted to rant on this piece of shit because I hated it when it came on. It should never be on Fear Fest. It should never be on TV. It's a bunch of shit, and that's what it is. There's nothing innovative or cool about this fucking movie. Nobody says, I want a pulse rifle for Christmas, mommy, or I want to be fucking Ripley for Halloween, or Michael Biehn, or Bill Paxton. And, he can't even say a fucking line from this movie. Say a fucking line, he says, Bill Paxton. Say a fucking cool line. There's no cool lines. And it's a bunch of shit to me. I'm getting angry because I'm fucking getting angry because I'm clicking this shit. Anyways, let's go to the plot. I'm going to stop ranting because this video has to end. Aliens has to end. The bullshit and hoopla over this movie has to end. It's not fucking no classic. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's shit. James Cameron. All that fucking money. How much money was that again, people? Say it to me. Say it out loud. $18 million. 18.5. Fucking probably paid his wife more. The producer of this movie or some shit. His wife was probably the producer or some shit. He probably paid her the majority of the money. Sigourney Weaver, I know, got $1 million of that. She was lucky. So anyways, I'm getting angry, and I'm sorry about that, people, but this rant is real. So fuck this movie. Alright. Aliens. Let's go to the plot. So anyways, Ellen Ripley's back. Sigourney Weaver is back. And basically she's back. The movie opens up, which is a cool opening. I have to give this movie credit on the opening. I like that, how they continue. Now, they didn't even run with this shit at all. They just, of course, you're going to find out what they do, but they should have continued off Alien, where in Alien, you had a cool fucking thing going. You had a horror thing going, a mystique going, a scary, mysterious fucking thing going, and they kept that going through the first 5 minutes of this fucking movie. They had it going. So anyways, Ellen Ripley wakes up. It's been years and years. She wakes up. She's in a pod, escape vessel, whatever. She's found. Paul Reiser's there. This guy, him from sitcoms. I'm sorry. I'm heaving because I just don't. Whatever, I kind of like him in the beginning of the movie. Whatever, it's just, whatever, let's just go past this shit, okay? I have enough gripes about this, I have enough fucking bad things to say. So, anyways, he meets up with Sigourney Weaver. This guy, Paul Reiser's a doctor, and the thing he says, hey, listen, this is how many years you've been gone, blah, 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 her daughter's dead, blah, you don't even know she had a daughter, you're getting all this little information, they want you to feel for Ripley, but in the beginning, but just before that, Ripley wakes up having a dream of an alien bursting out of her, so, the movie's cool. It feels like it's going to give you a horror aspect. James Cameron it feels like he didn't even write or direct the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes of this movie. I wish he wouldn't have. That's right. I wish this would have just stood like that first 5 or 10 minutes. It doesn't. It turns into a typical James Cameron action movie, futuristic shit, sci-fi crap. So that would never happen. So anyways, who gives a shit if it happens? And who cares? It's fantasy. It's a movie. Fuck it. Right. I know it, people. So, rant on. Take it so serious. Yeah. Anyways, so Ripley, there's this colony on this planet. I don't know if it's the same planet. They don't really explain it too well. You know what I'm saying? They don't explain that part too well. If it's the same colony that Ripley comes, it doesn't even give a fuck. Who cares? Anyways, they get a homing signal of Mayday from this colony. There's people that ain't answering for fucking weeks or months or whatever. The doctor comes back to Ripley and says, you're right. There's some shit going down. Oh, yeah, there's some shit going down. So Ripley decides to go back there and help them out. Because she's Ripley, so she knows their weakness. Okay. Whatever their weakness is, let me know, everybody. But anyways, fuck that. Let's move on. I'm getting nitpicky with this shit because I want to be. So, probably the first movie that really irritates me. So let's go to, you meet characters like Bill Paxton's character, who even remembers his fuck name. Okay, if you can name one of these actual Vasquez, everybody knows Vasquez. Everybody can remember that kind of name. It's a different issue. She's a cool character. She plays her part well, especially back then in the day when, people aren't known for that kind of a role. Women aren't known for manly roles. But nowadays, of course, they are, which is great. I don't mind it. And the same with back then. They need to be. That was cool, man. That was innovative. So she's likable character, and the way she goes out in the movie is cool. So, anyways, they team up. You're introduced to these characters, and you want to care about the characters right in the beginning. But then they throw them into this situation where, like I said earlier in my rant, there's about 100 aliens coming at him, and they got these pulse rifles, and the sound of the pulse rifle is just weak. It's the sound of the guns are it's like so silent and so not loud and popish. That's what James Cameron doesn't have is the sound effects. Any kind of soundtracks or sound effects. He's shit when it comes to that. And anybody that says any different is a dumb fuck. I don't remember any James Cameron awesome tracks. You got to get Celine Dion every time for a win for him. So let's just put it this way. Um. Anyways, so they, and this part about the movie gets me as well is this is so anyways, the 100 fucking aliens coming at him. So a lot of these fucks die. You don't even know who dies. I don't even know who dies. I don't know who even was there. Let's be real, man. You know, who the fuck does that? Like, who doesn't explain these like, who just, I don't know. There's people there that weren't even there that are dead that you're supposed to know that are dead. Like, they're just, because the aliens gotta kill people, gotta kill somebody. You can't kill the main characters yet. So they just kill off people that were there. That's the weird part of this fucking movie, right? Come on, people. Anyways, they kill people that are supposed to be there, but not the main characters, of course. They're okay, and they survive. And Ripley runs in with the car, which is cool. She runs in, and from this point on, this movie just loses me. This movie goes. This movie is like a treadmill, guy in a treadmill. You're going nowhere. You know what I mean? You're going nowhere, and I can't watch this guy. So I can't watch this fucking thing. So let's go to this trailer, and yeah, it's what the fuck, So you're on a treadmill, and they're just like, oh, I can't get out. Yes, we can. No, we can't. There's too many aliens. There's too many aliens. We can't get out. No, you can. Yes, we're dwindling in numbers. There's too many aliens. Bada 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 fucking A. And because they're dwindling in number because they're just running around in circles, not doing anything and not giving a fuck. And they're just like, well, I don't even want to explain it anymore. I don't even want to explain it. I just don't even want to explain this movie anymore. This movie's plot. Look at this shit. Look at this. Can you read this? You don't want to read this. Imagine watching it actually unfold in real, come to life. On this paper has come to life, and it's the movie Aliens. Look at this shit. I'm ashamed to even read this, and I don't even want to read it or even mention it anymore. Anyways, they run around in this ship and shit, and they can't get out, and they want to get the fuck out, and they're just like, no, we can't get out because we want to kill the alien ship. He's like, I want to kill him once and for all, and it's like, okay, you knew this shit was coming, crap, and she loves this little girl called Newt, and what kind of name is fucking Newt? What kind of name is Newt? And I always hated that about this movie. There's a little girl and you don't care about it because her name is Newt. Who the fuck calls someone Newt? And who calls a little girl Newt? What about like little Sarah or some shit? Or little Debbie? Then I would care. But no, they fucked this up. Because James Cameron doesn't have no attention to anything. He doesn't know real shit. He doesn't know real interactions or something. There's something wrong with this man. Whatever. Don't even look at this shit anymore. So let's move on. That's the director's fault. That's what that is. The writer, okay, but the director's putting this shit in the movie. He's letting it go. Or he don't know what's happening. I don't know what the case is here. It's too fucking... Anyways, you're supposed to care about this little girl, Newt. And, because Ripley cares about her so fucking much, and she keeps losing her. She cares about her so much, she keeps losing her. And worst of all, Ripley cares about her so much, this new little girl, that she's loses her to the aliens, and the aliens take her back to the hive. That's how much she cares about this little girl. So she cares about her so much, she's going to put this other dude that's surviving by a thread. I don't know, he's fucking wounded. Michael Biehn over here. Don't even remember his fucking name, Hicks, or whatever. He's wounded and shit. She wants to go to the alien hive, to save the little guy. That's how much she loves him. Fuck this dude that's hurting. Fuck you, dude. I'm going for the little girl. She's a little girl, so we got to go save her. She's Newt, Who the fuck? I mean, anyways. So, the Hicks guy, Michael Biehn, goes back to the ship with the droid Bishop. You like Bishop. Props to Bishop over there. Mr. Henriksen. Lance, always a great actor. Always a likable guy. And so good shit on that. And he comes and they wait by the ship, and you know, Ripley's like, I'm going to save this girl Newt, and she fights the Queen Alien. She runs into the Queen Alien, and you know, mm-hmm. This movie's not even worth saying the ending, you know. And it's referenced in Scream 2, and it's referenced in a couple movies. Stay away from me, you bitch. Like no one says that. No one says that quote. No one. No one says that fucking quote ever in a trivia game or in a movie game or out loud when they're doing something and someone's like, "Oh yeah, get away from me, you bitch." You know, no one says that shit. Get away from her, you bitch. Whatever it was. Oh, this fucking movie. See, after this night, I gotta take Excedrin and shit and a couple of ibuprofen. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. And this makes this much money, and it's still making money to this day. This piece of shit, trash garbage, fake ass fuck shit, fake ass pulse rifle sounds, fake ass pulse rifle sounds. You tell me you couldn't get a real gunshot in that motherfucker, you dumbass? Because it what? It wouldn't sound as good? Oh, you fuck. Those pulse rifles sound so crappy, so I got other words, but sometimes they ain't even worth my thinking up with this fucking movie. So anyway, Aliens, James Cameron, and yeah. So in the end, she gets in a big mech, which is a fucking robot of some sort back then or whatever, back in the future. And they have these alien robots, and she kills you know what she does. She saves the little girl and shit, and you know kills the Queen Alien. You know, because Ripley's Queen. So you know. And that's how that fucking does. I don't even remember how this Queen Alien dies. Gets sucked out the shithole or something. I don't know. And look at this. Look at this fucking plot, man. You guys are reading this shit? How crazy this is. Like, how you don't give a fuck and it's so... Okay, I'm done with this shit. I'm done with this movie. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you, James Cameron. I'm through. I'm through. Is his wife? Right. Ex-wife? Exactly. Done with you. Fuck that. Fuck this shit. This fucking movie. Just looking through this Wikipedia here, which everyone sees in the whole fucking world. Special effects and design, which the creature, what creature effects? What the fuck are they talking about? He CGI'd. He just threw whatever the fuck it was in '86. It was, I don't know, people in suits or some shit. There's 100 of these fucking things. Fake ass moments, fake ass guns, fake ass stupid acting. Oh God, I'm through. I'm through. I'm through with this fucking movie. So Aliens, everybody. That's my massive, disappointing shit rant on Aliens. James Cameron's Aliens. James Cameron. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. Fuck this movie.